Hi Ramya, welcome to today, to right now. And thank you for accepting this chat.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I would like to ask you a couple of questions in regards to the process and maybe what is the who is in for you? What does the awareness intensive retreat mean for you?
Oh, what it means for me.
Yeah.
For me, Within is really it's a doorway. It's a doorway into our own being, and you open it. You ask the koan, it opens the door, and then okay, what is here? Within is like it reveals what is here, moment by moment by moment, and it allows for an access that is very steady um, and clear, like a clear arrow into the heart of who we are. So for me, this is who is in. It's like a portal. It's like a device that when we activate it, we suddenly start to crack um, who we think we are, our identifications, layers of beliefs, and slowly and steadily get to who we are. So yeah.
Mm. And how did you come to find out about the Huisin? How was your discovery of it? And yeah.
So it's Huisin is really the beginning of my journey. When it was 28 years ago, I was an engineer and marketing director at the time, and I had 1 week vacation, and I could go to either to Cuba for all inclusive full vacation, or I saw this Satori retreat, it was called, and I never meditated before. I thought it would be interesting, so I went to the Satori retreat, which is a 7 days Huizin, and it was a deep revelation. It was like suddenly realizing who I am, and that was the beginning of that journey. And from that point on, I went to India, and so that was Huizin was a catalyst for my journey, and it stayed with me throughout all the years. Yeah.
And what made you decide between going to Cuba and maybe going to the Satori? What happened?
It's in life there is suddenly this pull to do something that is inexplicable, and it's just do this. It was like that. It was just like, just do this. Don't not Cuba, do this, just do this. It's these moments in life when there's like a major pointing direction. No, no, you go and do this. So I trust this voice, and I went there, which was quite shocking at first, because Huizin it's a very clear structure with meditation and self-inquiry, which I never did before, but it's very efficient also. So
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that self-inquiry word to the conversation. And so, what happened to you in during that retreat? What ignited that made you decide, okay, I'm gonna go to India after?
well, there was this moment, that the Huizin it's like a pressure cooker, and it puts you under pressure and under pressure, and and whoever is here, it becomes so magnified that it's so obvious that it's not who we are, and so it cracked and cracked and cracked, layers after layers. And I remember after 2 days I asked to meet the Zen, the teacher, and I told her it's been amazing, but I'm gonna go home and leave. And um, it was already starting to crack in there, so I was feeling that better go. And she looked at me and she said, "Tell me who is in." And so I stayed, and after I think it was 3.5 days, something like that, halfway through the process, 3 days, it's usually when it cracks, it's just suddenly there's this moment of, oh, okay. And when this moment comes, it's like a domino effect, and everything is falling around. And then wherever I looked, it was not my life. That's not my life. And it was this, I'm not living my life. I'm living somebody else's life. And that's it. That was the enough to convince me that I will go to India.
Mm.
That's the third version ish.
Yeah. um, and when you had that moment, what was there any changes in your life? Was there any besides the just try? Let's say I'm gonna go to India, and um, was there anything else happening in those moments?
Well, it's really a moment where it's like the point where life is lived is here in the being, and suddenly it changes completely to a new position where, oh, this is who I am, which it changes everything. It changes the perspective, it changes the way we see people, our encounters, our conversations, the way really it really changes the way we relate to reality, how we interfere, well, not interfere, how we exchange with reality, how we see things. So it changes everything really, and this first seed of realization, you can say, is for me and for most people. It's just the first one, and then come another one and another one, and it just cracks. It cracks the being. It cracks the beliefs. It cracks throughout the whole life, and in time everything changes really, not only in moments of meditation, but in life. It's this realization, and it's not personal. It's really everybody's realization of their essence. It just changes the way we live life, and in a way, it simplifies. It makes everything more simple. It's so much more simple, and less energy um, using. It's like a simplification of everything.
Mm. It almost feels like life becomes the meditation,
Yeah.
and it just it is like a permanent meditation, and it helps us open the curtains and keep opening the curtains behind the curtains, or at least that's what I'm listening right now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's an ongoing revelation of the moment. It's like a great opening of the moment every moment. Now, oh, look, it's now.
Yeah.
And it's
Um,
also, it really relaxes the way we also of relating to the personality and the human being in a way, because now, okay, this is the envelope I'm inhabiting now. Yeah.
mhm.
And when I say it's not even me that is inhabiting, it's just this who is in. So I'm like less personal about it. Yeah.
Mm, mhm. So, in this process of discovery, and something took you to wanting to also facilitate this process that seemed to be powerful for you. So,
Yeah, it
um,
just happened spontaneously because I was called to support and help, and I was participating and supporting this process throughout the years, few times a year, and and eventually you get closer and closer to the position where you're actually leading. So it just happened naturally, really. But this process has stayed with me throughout the 28 years. This is like the basics within.
Yeah. It is. It feels also for me the same way. I can see that in myself as well. So this process you mentioned before that it's based on self-inquiry. Can you talk us a little bit more about why what what is self-inquiry first, and how does it comes into the process and works with the process as well?
Yeah, there's a lot out there on self-inquiry, but in my own words, I can say that I find that it's such a smart way because really we're using our own experience right now to inquire into the truth of our being. So we it's a constant, it's right here. It's right here in this moment. It's like a self tool that is here where we look, okay, what is my experience right now? And then we start to listen to our own sharing, and then we start to inquire about that. Is this is this a belief I have? Is this something that I know from my life? Is this really what's happening right now, or is this how I'm interpreting this moment right now? So there is like this questioning, you can say, of the experience so that we can go further in and not stay just on the surface of the experience. And then from there, we keep going further in, and eventually self inquiry, layer after layer, brings us in touch with nothing in a good way.
Yeah, it is almost like stepping a little bit backwards and observing what's coming up and what's being said and what's being perceived and felt and mhm.
Yeah, it's like a zooming out effect inside, and it happens in the moment. So there's something also very interesting about that. Like it brings us right now, right now. Okay, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out.
Mm,
Insane.
so why would we want to know that? Why would we want to get in touch with that?
Yeah, I have this image of there's this meme with you see Kermit the Frog going to the doctor, and 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 then the doctor is looking at an X-ray of Kermit the Frog, and you see on the X-ray that it's really just a Muppet. And the doctor is saying, "So I have some intense news for you." And this is it. It's really, do you want to take the blue pill, or I don't remember if it was the blue or the red, but it's like there is a choice of, um, do I want to go further in who I think I am? Do I want to realize my nature? Do I want to, am I ready to really question what I think, what I believe, my identity? So there is like there needs to be a desire to question, and also a kind of a longing for truth, for essence, for getting in touch with really the soul, and beyond the soul, the our true nature. So there needs to be this desire. But what's interesting with the Huizin is that some people also are there just to explore themselves through the dyad. So there is also a lot of people who come, and it's not that they need to now experience their essence and true nature. Maybe what they will get out of the Huizin is just a deeper understanding of who they are as a human being. Maybe they are grieving somebody who died, and now they are really having the whole space to explore that, to feel into that, to tune into that. It's so there's many layers, I would say, of experiencing this. And yeah, it can be a spiritual boot camp, but it can also be like I wanna be with myself for 3 days. I really need this time for me. And this can be, it's as precious this as that. It's that there is no better than the other. And I see many people coming to the Huizin because they need a moment for themselves, with themselves. It's very intimate because we are really diving in our experience of the moment. So it's really, it's very personal. And also, even though the structure is very tight, there's so much freedom because now there's a full freedom to explore who I am right now. So I would say there's a whole range of why people come and what they get out of it. And for sure, each one will get something. It's just maybe not the same thing for everyone. But yeah, it's a very intimate moment with self and without cell phone and without computer and without connection. So it's like, oh, I can just be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it resonates to me that this is freedom, and it's like this space um, to really focus on the on whatever it's been already what it's been here for a while, and then I have this space and the time to really look into this and get in touch and explore and I remember you saying being was did you say being an inspector? No,
A
I forgot.
scientist
A scientist, yes.
studying your inner landscape. Yeah, it's really that. We become a scientist studying what is our, yeah, I like the word landscape or inner sky. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And who is this process for? Who would be who is this who is in for?
Is in for who is in.
Yes.
You know, it can be for so many different ranges of people. It really is anyone who wants to have a moment with themselves, really, with a curiosity to go in. Uh, and from seeing after all these years so many different people coming to this also, I don't find that there is someone specifically who, like, there's not a profile for who is in. It's so wide, but it's someone who wants to be with themselves for 3 days, to explore themselves, to go deeper, to inquire. And sometimes I have people who just want a moment, yeah, just a moment with themselves. So it's like a whole range out there. It's hard to pinpoint who is this for because it's for so many types of people. And I've had also I've seen and had so many ages, from 17 years old to, in the last one, someone was 82. So it's also like for everyone. Yeah.
Hmm.
Everyone and anyone who is understanding the structure and feels called to that.
Hmm. And there is this okay, it's a silent retreat, but it's not a silent retreat. And so what would be what is the difference between just a silent retreat and the awareness intensive?
In the awareness intensive, there is the exercise, the active exercise, where we ask, tell me who is in, and the other one answers, and then they ask, tell me who is in. So this exercise, it's like catalyst for our inquiry. So in a silent retreat, everything can be also a catalyst, but we don't have such an intense squeezer of investigation. And the Huizin brings that aspect of, okay, let's take a look. And it used to be that people would sit in front of the wall and ask the koan and just meditate on it, and then with this process, there is an acceleration of the work of the koan. So it's just different formats, you can say. Some people prefer to stay in silence for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, and some like to have more dynamic process, which can be also accelerating the inquiry because it's so active.
Yeah, for me, it made a huge difference. The communication, the saying out loud, because when I would do the inquiry on my own, and then I could find some moments of escaping and checking out, and the Huisin really helped me to stay. It's like stay here, be with it, and it really tied me into yes, this is here, and let's do this.
And the wheezing doesn't let you go. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, look, now look again, now look again, now look again. It's we can't escape really.
Hmm. I think for me it made a big difference on my own process. So yeah, it is a tight container, and it is the perfect environment to be to just be.
Yeah, it is. And it's so rich also to sit in front of so many different partners and having a direct look into who they are in the moment. That mirror effect also is a very, very important part of the who is in, because now suddenly I'm not alone with the koan. I'm with this person and that person and that person, and slowly we realize that we're just mirrors to each other. And the more the who is in the days pass, the more we understand how it works, and the more we can start to really use the structure to investigate ourselves in this person, in the mirror that they present to me, and in this one, and we see we can really dive in different corners according to who we sit in front of, and also explore different universe through them. So that brings so much richness, and eventually, there is also the realization that we're just all the same. It's just the different facets of humanity that are represented here. And this is me in this moment, and this is me in that moment. And this is very humbling also. It's then it becomes less personal, the whole human experience.
Yeah. I have shivers from the yeah, from the memories. Wow. Well, thank you so much for all that all that you shared and yeah. Anything else that you would like to add um to this conversation and or
It's like every journey, it's a full on journey really. The who is in, it's like we embark on the boat on first evening, and then off we go into the unknown. It's such a journey into the unknown, because we're not used to inquiring ourselves into this moment, and this moment is very unknown. So I found also that really interesting, because now I'm entering the unknown right now is very unknown, and this practice of coming back and letting go into the unknown is also very rich for the whole life, and trusting the process, because our process brings us back home. So I mean, I could, there's so many angles to this work, and the more we participate, and the more we see, oh wow, there's also this angle. The birds have also something to say. I don't know if you hear.
yeah. um so just to wrap it up, this can be done over and over. This process, it's it's an ongoing, and it can be done
Yeah,
multiple
because
times.
the present moment is only happening now. So
Hmm.
the present moment of the who is in last year is not the same as the one now, because now is only happening now. So yeah, we can always explore this moment.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ramya.
Naran.
Thank you so much, and yeah.